Right, hello everybody. Welcome back. Not too much of a delay, so thank you everyone for setting that up for this restart. Obviously, apologies for that, but obviously, I felt personally needed that restart because it wasn't fair that Wobbles wasn't on the grid. But we're here, ready to set up once again. Hopefully, we can have a good race ahead of us. So, loading back up. Just getting the stream back up as well, so we can get ourselves together. Now, as always with a restart, obviously the unfortunate thing is that everyone outside the top 10, their advantage of fresh tyres now unfortunately is gone. Also, all those in the top 10 have to start in the mediums because that's where they would have started on if we were going on the first task. So, right. No problem. No problem. And we gained a driver as well. Because Charismic, Charismic, unfortunately missed the start. So oh dear, we have a problem. Grunt's in the wrong position. Oh, God's sake. This is going to be another one. This Grunt's starting at the back. And he's not meant to be. Jesus. Well, it's another one, I believe. Another restart, guys. Sorry, that's just simple error because Grunt's meant to be second, I believe. Ah, okay. Ah. It's actually Grunt's meant to be in seventh. Yeah, he's clicked spectate by accident and that puts you at the back. Yes. What do we do, Timonite? Because I believe Grunt's in the same party, so I'll leave it up to you guys on that one. Yeah, Grunt's saying let's just go, so yeah, I was going to leave it up to you and everyone there, because I believe you're on the same party, so it was your call on that one. So Grunt, if you're sure, so yeah, no restart. Right, thank you very much, Grunt, honestly. So, well, driver of the day candidate, potentially, because we don't have the pace to come through, but yeah. Very big respect on Justifier because I think there was every right to restart under that was the wrong position, but wait, let's yeah, gotta love him. Right, let's go through this once again. Let's remind ourselves the situation that we have here. So, RSF1 Maniac, obviously in line to potentially win the championship tonight. He has to get at least second place to wrap it up tonight. Because obviously, remember, we have Singapore next week to do. So yeah, Maniac has to be second. If Quaker Oats, his nearest rival, finishes ahead of him in any sort of way, so even if it's like Quaker's 9th and Maniac 10th, then we go on to Singapore regardless. If Maniac is second, Quaker Oats has to be 5th or above. Maniac wins, then Quaker Oats has to be second for it to carry on as well. So all on Quaker really, he has to have a good result. Also, Constructors battle between Red Bull and Toro Rosso. Red Bull can win the Constructors tonight. If Red Bull beat Toro Rosso's total in any shape or form, then they are Constructors champions. Toro Rosso have to beat Red Bull by 28 points at least to keep it going. So big race needed from Toro Rosso tonight. But that is the permutations for this. And in, what was it, that 28 laps I think it was? Around about hour and a half or so, just under, we could be crowning an F4 championship. Or could we have another twist and go to Singapore? What does your mind say? I know what your heart says, Mr. Toro Rosso driver top notch, but what does your head say? You're going to be neutral on this. Yeah. Of course, F4 is renowned for drama. It's renowned for safety cars as well. Of course, we had 3 last week in Brazil in a hectic race. Apparently you haven't included your audio, top notch.
Yeah, for some reason that didn't. Sorry about
that. There we go. Right, can you hear top notch now?
Hi guys.
Go over that again. Yeah, go over that again, top notch. Quickly before we get going. Yeah, you're good now. They can hear you.
I just think I think I can go to the last race. Anything can happen with the F4 guys. And they proved that this season. Yeah.
Yes, of course. And obviously with the nature of this track, with the walls and everything else, obviously that notorious turn 3 and turn 4. I even saw last night in F2 a few, including myself, lose it during the race. So that is a very dangerous couple of corners. But take us through the grids to top notch. Take it away, my friend.
So in 19th position, unfortunately for him, he's going to ride out. A little mistake by himself. Going to leave him at the back. Catastrophe in the Renault. And then Charismic, latecomer to the race, but he's going to start at the back as well, hoping to work his way forward. And then a newcomer to the league, I believe, in F4.
Charismic's dropped it. Sorry, top notch. Charismic dropped it in on it. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, RSF1 double. Stephen's little brother. Hope he can have a good race tonight. And then Raven Container just in front of him. Yeah, normally a quick driver, so I expect him to push on through the pack. And then just in front of him, Wagsy. And the Red Bull needs a good race, Wagsy, for his team. And then Wobbles back in after the drama. Good to see him back on the grid. In 14th position, and then 13th position Primus in the Merc. 14th position Rogue in the McLaren. And then Carlin in 11th in the Alfa Romeo. And then 10th position RSF1 Porter in the Renault. Porter was some early pace in Q1, so I expect him to have a good race. And then Toro Rosso Cross Kerry in 9th position. And then Haas of Scotsman in 8th position. And Koala in the other Alfa Romeo in 7th. And then Junior, I think Junior will be happy with 6th position in the Racing Point. And then important for Maniac, 5th position, Toro Rosso, needs a good race on this one. And our Blazer Guns in Williams in 4th position, I'll be happy with that one. And then the other Red Bull in 3rd position, a Quaker Oats, I'll be ecstatic with that, just what he needed. in second. The other Williams, a grounded Vinny, showing his pace. When he hook it up, he can be up the front. And then pole sitter today in the racing point, Connor Todd, pole position.
Thank you very much. And yes, I do know about the tyres, but we can leave that until the end of the race, guys. Let's focus on this. So, line up on the grid. 19 drivers now, so the 18. So, and Grunt from the back. Again, big respect for him because he's meant to be starting 7th. Let's see what he can do from the rear of the pack here. So, very short run down to turn 1. This potentially could cause some incidents. Hopefully they can get through this on the first lap, all clean and dusted. As a Carlin has unfortunately left the session.
Gonna get him an invite.
So his car's going to be AI, but yeah, coming back in as away we go for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And yeah, Vinny got a better start than Connor Todd up on the inside. His Maniac gone right around the outside of Blazer into 4th place. And there's been a putt up at the back. Rogue and Porter connected in the first couple of corners, but Vinny has taken the lead over Quaker. And there's a Toro Rosso round. There's a Toro Rosso round. It's cross Kerry. Safety car already. Yeah, safety car.
I think that was Grant with the penalty there. I didn't see what the penalty was. I think it was a 3 second.
Yep.
3 cars out.
Rough start.
From Rapids.
3 cars spun. 3 cars spun
Yep,
with damage. They weren't out. They're not out.
Toxic.
They did have damage,
Patronus.
so.
Roberts with a laughing face.
Oh goodness. So bit of a rough start there, guys, and the safety car streak it's back again. So Vinny with the good start, overtaking Quaker. Connor Todd losing his lead, but at least he's 3rd.
Get Carl another invite. Still got a red X above his car. It's had 2.
Yeah. Maniac's up to 4th ahead of Blazer. Again, Blazer put in the chat just before we started. He's on a setup glitch on, unfortunately. So he's on that balanced 6-6 wing. So that's really disappointing for him. Junior stay put in 6th. Scotsman's up to 7th. That's ahead of Koala, who has damage as well on his front wing. Then we got the Mercedes of Primus is up 4 positions. A good start from him. Great start from Wobbles up 4. Braver up 5. Then Crispin, then Grunt up 6 places as well from the back. So very good start from him. But who is going to be in the pits? Koala's in with damage. I'm pretty sure a couple of others there as well. Double remembering his first race, I think just got out on Scaves. Wags is in, Wobbles is in as well.
Yeah, Rogue and Porter as well.
Don't think Wobbles had damage. No, he didn't, but he does have a penalty, I think, because he was held. But I don't think he had damage. I just think he got rid of his tyres there.
It looks like he got rid of that penalty under the safety car. It's handy for him. And Rogue's gone on to the hard tyres. Nice decision from him to see how that play out. It was medium and soft runners. I noticed there was a couple of guys that said there were drivers on the wrong tyres, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. And there was one, and I know who it is. So, but again, we're gonna leave that until the end. Everyone knows. So, let's focus back on the race once again. So, safety car. So, those that are on softs, kind of not really good advantage. Although everyone is on fresh tyres, as Carlin is now back. But at least Carlin can get back into the race. But rough start there for F4. Couple round in turn 1. Porter, unfortunately, as well, got caught up in that, and he was a pace setter, as you said, in qualifying. And then we had a Toro Rosso across Carey, was already spinning through turn 3 and 4. So rough start.
Yeah, but big gainers out of that one was RSF1, Grunt, Charismatic, and Braver, and Primus as well. All of them up quite a few places after the start.
Yep. So both Mercedes making big gains. Grunt Grunt Chastity, or RSF1 Grunt as he now is. Again, big respect to him. He's up 8 places from where he was, and again, he shouldn't have been at the back, but he held his hand up, but that was his mistake going into this. But we're going to have another lap around the safety car.
Junior with
as
5
Junior
seconds.
has, I think he's recorded that. But we have it taken off as Scotsman is in. Is he going to go on to... Is he changing his strategy or just got damage? Or
mediums coming on.
Yeah, mediums. Right, so he falls to the back. Right. So, as it stands, for both championships, by the way, trying to work this out. Obviously, long race to go still. Just put it in perspective. Drivers' Championship would carry on in this situation because Quake was obviously ahead of Maniac. As for the Constructors, Red Bull would win it in this situation because Cross Curry is out the points in 12th. He really needs to get up for their cause into the points, but as I said, plenty of this race still to go.
Yep, Rapid's asking who Quicksaw is. I believe that's Lando, mate.
Oh no, he was saying, Grexel was saying about F1 next season for someone, and having a conversation between each other. As I finish my prediction, something will happen. You have a crystal ball, Vettel. Yeah, I know. I was just trying to make things clearer. As safety cars in this, that's an early call for a safety car to come in. Got the whole of the last sector to go.
Yeah, I think I call that as soon as the last car was a bunch up. That call that. Sometimes in a really horrible spot right near the entrance to the lane.
He's got plenty of prep. Plenty of prep time. Right, so Vinny needs obviously a good restart, so he's going to start bunching everybody up. Rounds they go underneath the hotel.
Back a little bit from that safety car.
Right, so here we go. When is Vinny going to go? He's not giving the safety car a lot of room, has to be said. Gotta be careful with that. Alright, here we go. And away we go. Back racing once again as well. There's a Mercedes and a McLaren out the last corner are both sideways. That's Grismic. And Brave Container and Grismic up on the inside of Braver. Braver holding it around the outside, but Grismic on those soft tyres. A little bit of a wobble. So they're still side by side. Grismic just manages to keep it on the track, but Braver's not letting him go. Diving up on the inside.
Grunt's there as well.
Yep. That's all of them here. As Container couldn't get past Charismic, fends off Grunt.
Scotsman with a 3
So it's
second
all kicking
time
off
penalty.
already. We go once again, the Mercedes using that, well, it's equal cars, but Mercedes horsepower, I guess. Trying to get round the outside. There's battles in front as well. Oh, and Grunt's trying to take the both of them. Oh. Elbows are out. You've got an Alpha as well.
Nearly
Carlin
4 wide
involved.
into this corner. Oh, there's contact.
Oh, contact! Oh, that's a lock of tyres, safety car. Oh, Grunt Chastity, why?
That was
of all
half a
the
lap.
people, of all the people to have that happen, and again, I don't think there was anything malicious in there. It was just like they just locked tyres, didn't they? I mean, they were going 4 wide at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to feel for him.
4 cars, a little bit of contact.
Safety car number 2.
Very easy to do with them speeds.
Jesus.
I
got rough and ready, didn't it? Oh, Quaker's in. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Camera angle and all that. Well, Quaker's going into the bits. Charismic's in though, as
Rapids has Grunt's gone to the F2 paddock there.
yeah.
Unfortunate for him.
So from fresh set of sauce for double. Interesting. And then Charismic with the damage from that. No idea how he survived that. He's fresh and ready to go, and we're back under safety car once again. Yeah, Grunt obviously battling between there was a battle between Braver and Charismic through that chicane, and then Grunt sticks his nose in, and then the Alpha was involved, and then we're 4 wide at some point, so
yeah, unlucky Grunt, mate.
I think that just got all too close to comfort, didn't it?
That sure
I don't
did.
think it was anything. I don't think anything anybody could have done there. They're all just racing.
I don't think Charismic really wanted to drive straight into the wall. This is one of them things.
Yeah. Again, I'm amazed Charismic actually survived that. Because he got squeezed against that wall, didn't he? So.
Very lucky.
Therefore drama. We are. What time is it? I know we've obviously had that restarted on, but it's 25 to 10, and we're yet to have proper racing right now. Apart from like the first lap. Not even that. We've got like 4 corners.
Get the safety car in this lap. They're all now bunched up. I should call it any minute, any second now, really.
So those that stopped, while obviously highest of those, but interestingly Rogue went onto the hard tyre, so that could play into effect. Get more drama and more safety cars. He can come into play in that McLaren. No one interestingly pitting again. Guess they don't need to, do they? But
surprised the safety car went round again there, really. Had plenty of time to come in and then to bunch up. But we go
it's normally about 2 laps, even if everyone's bunched up. So on lap 6 already, and again we've had about 3/4 of a lap of racing, I think, in total. So it's all building up at the moment. Oh, Charismic. 5 seconds under the safety car, the track limits. Which again, I hope is something that they correct in the next game, which is not too far away now. Corner cutting under safety car is ridiculously strict. Because you cut 1 corner and that's it. 5 seconds or even worse.
Yeah, I think the whole thing with cutting corners is a bit too strict, if you ask me. I don't think they get penalised that much.
Oh!
In real life.
Vinny! Why? Why is it? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
What did he do?
He was warming up his tyres and he forgot there was a wall. He's clipped the wall and now he's got front wing damage. Oops. Don't know what to say about that, really. He was just a little bit over exuberant with warming up the tyres there. And now he's going to be very much under pressure on the guys behind.
Verstappen put, what are we doing? Racing or
ping pong? Yeah, no, it's good. Well, Vinny is going to be an absolute sitting duck from Quaker and Connor Todd. I wonder if Quaker realises. I wonder if he thinks, because remember, really, Quaker needs to win this race for his championship.
Yeah, he's in a good position now.
Vinny may even dive into the pits, to be honest. Let's see what he does. He's not going to. But let's see, he's going to be absolutely swarmed at in these first few corners. But away we go once again. Lap 7 of this race. And Maniac's got a good run on
Very
Connor
good run.
Todd.
Thinks better of it though.
Not enough. And Vinny is going to have horrendous understeer. Yes, he's not so much. Quaker, surely. You can see the damage here now. But Connaughton's got a good run on Quaker. It's looking up on the inside of the chicane. We just had a safety car, guys. Don't go too free wide. It's Junior and Primus side by side. What's going on here? Two Mercedes.
Yeah. Colin getting involved in it as well.
Racing Point. Yeah, we're going 2x2 wider once again. Why not? Oh, look at the trainer cars.
Just got past Koala. And Koala's coming back at him. Crikey, these in the midfield are really close.
Oh, plays up the inside of Junior.
Koala went really
Nice.
deep, hit up the back of Primus. He lost a bit of wing there, see that? And Koala's another one with wing damage.
Quaker for the lead. Quaker for the lead. Trying to get past Vinny. Vinny's defending for his life right now with that damage. It's all over the spot. The understeer he's getting. Oof. He's still hanging on to this. I'm very much impressed. I thought Quaker would be straight past him. But no, but you can see how much he's struggling. And Quaker must be thinking, I need to...
Doubles round. So is that Charismatic or...
Charismatic, yeah. Damage for Charismatic.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this train. Look at this train of cars. They're all trying to find a way past this Williams. Brings up to 12 on his hard tyres.
Couldn't handle
all working for him.
Wing damage.
Todd again, a good run. The other flat set to 1 and 2. Brave Container's round. Turn 3 and 4. He's got to wait for the entire pack to go by.
I can't remember who he was behind. He was very close to someone.
Primus, his teammate, I think. No safety car, thank goodness. How on earth, Vinny? This is
Junior.
Ridiculous right now, but...
On the back of Blazer Guns.
Junior.
Switch back to the exit of this one.
Oh. There goes the traction. Remember, Blazer's on that setup at the moment. As Quaker's alongside for the lead. But yeah, Quaker's got to go for the lead. He's on the inside this time. All rubber tyres. Vinny giving in the room, but Quaker's through and Connor not wasting any time. Trying to get past as well. Oh, Contain's round. Oh, and he hits his teammate. Oh, Junior unluckily got caught up in this. Connor's now got to wait for the whole pack. I saw the reason why he had to, but he's gone now. Vinny's been passed by. Oh, Vinny's round. Oh, what is going on? Vinny's round with
Vinny
Carlin.
with wing damage.
Vinny got hit.
Carlin's got wing damage.
Oh, what is going on with this? It's chaos. Blazer's in the pits.
At the moment, you spot the car that ain't got wing damage.
Oh. Loads in the pits now.
Blazer's into the pits. Carlin's into the pits.
Jesus. I don't know, Petronas. I don't know what this race is. Really don't. But, well, let's hope it all calms down a little bit, because it's been rough and elbows out.
Sure has. Rogue with a 3-second there. Wagsy on the back of Primus.
Yeah, I can see this, DRS.
Wagsy having a very good race for Red Bull. Just what they need.
Look at running outside. You've got Porter watching. Porter's recovered very nicely.
Yeah, sure
so
has.
far as hit the curb.
Junior and double with time penalties there.
Todd meantime has pitted and he's on hard tyres, so both Racing Points in trouble as Rogue has got by Vinny. Vinny still with this damage is still out and he's just dropping like a stone. Maybe he got clipped as well, so he's down to 9th as Rogue and Wobbles are going side by side as well. This action doesn't want to stop.
Sure don't. Oh, and the Wobbles went a little bit wide. Battling with Rogue. Got a 5-second penalty for that. That's a bit... fourth was hard for two drivers to go through there side by side. Respect for them for trying it.
Yeah. Double's got
Porter
past Vinny as well. Surely Vinny's
had
in.
an
Yeah, Vinny's
awesome
in the bits.
exit.
Primus, yeah, click the curb. Oh, Porter, don't you.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
Jesus. Don't go side by side through there, please. But Porter's had a great recovery from where he was. Because he was at the back after like the first lap, wasn't he?
Yeah, sure was.
Now he's on the back of Primus at 5th.
Like he's going to get the pass done.
He's the highest that have stopped, actually. So, front lane speed of the Renault. And that's a terrible impression of front lane speed, but I don't... Really fast as he gets by Primus, but Primus is going to try and get on the exit because now he's going to have DRS. So Primus can retaliate. He's up on the inside and takes the position back. Oh, outbreaks himself though a little bit. So Porter again has a frustratingly look at that defeat of the Mercedes. That's the thing about this track, top notch, isn't it? You can get the overtake done in that first DRS, but then on the second bit, the person you've overtaken can get it straight back.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to strategise and just stay behind, wait for that second one.
I know it was a pathetic impression for Verstappen. It wasn't even meant to have any effort. Oh, Porter. You can see he's quicker. At this point, Primus is struggling to keep up with the top four who have pulled away, and it's a Red Bull Toro Rosso show. Funny enough.
Yeah, you feel that if Porter could get past Primus, he might be able to clear him and maybe close that gap and get in that fight between the Toro Rosso and the Red Bulls.
Oh. Didn't get a good exit from the hairpin, but again, he's going for this same tactic. Right, here we go. Frontline speed! Oh! Oh, Porter, that's clever. Oh, no, it's not worked out. He got caught out by Primus's brake, and Primus braked probably a little bit earlier than what Porter was thinking. He's got damage. And now Rogue, right behind. Got it, so Porter's going to send it up on the inside of Primus. Oh, and again, they're concertinaing up. Concertinaing. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. I don't know.
Full send from Primus.
But Porter, unfortunately, has got the damage as brakes from Double in his first race, remember. He's right in the thick of it. Just got past Wobbles and he's right up behind Rogue. He's on soft tyres trying to... Oh! Cut wall! What on earth was that? Rogue hit he hit the wall, but it stopped him dead. And unfortunately,
Sure
Double got caught up in that.
That's serious wing damage.
Where's the pit lane? There it is. Oh, Rogue.
Yeah,
Did Double get damage from that?
Primus has now fallen into the grips of Double and Wobbles.
Double didn't get damage from that. How? Oh, and he's taking it to Primus. Primus struggling on those mediums right now. Side by side. Double flies through. Being very aggressive on those softs. It'll be interesting to see where he goes next, though. As again, everyone seems to be like headbutting each other or touching each other with their tyres. It's a very intimate race. There's contact everywhere. Oof. Past Primus always. Again, Wobble's getting caught out as well. Hectic race from F4 already. Top notch. I don't know where to begin, really. recapping that first 12 laps.
Yeah, very crazy from there, 4 guys. Still 18 runners. Amazing, really, to think all that hard and they're still running. Oh, and double spins out of the last corner and
Oh no!
loses the wheel.
Virtual safety car. So the full one. Ah, double. Where is he? See if I can see him. Or the Blazer.
I think he did what Blazer Gun did in
Ah.
qualifying.
Only he retired his car. There he is. Ah. That's a shame. He'll be back for more though. He'll be back for Singapore maybe if he has a drive, but decent. So Porter actually, he pitted under this. He was already in the pits when this virtual was called, so he gets almost a free pit stop.
Yeah,
Out of that,
call
back
from
onto
Porter.
a fresh set of mediums. Mediums to the end. Could they last? 15 laps.
That would be a long stint.
He's made 2 stops, so he doesn't need to go on another set of tyres. He can go to the end. Fortunately, we're now, I say spread out, Blazer's now on the back of Primus and, well, runs way over the curbs there. Up at the front, top notch, Quaker is on it at the moment. 4 seconds ahead of Maniac. He's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah,
He's
so
in the
his
pits
teammate Wags in.
now.
Closing down Cross Kerry, getting that battle. Darting to the pits in front of him.
Hards for Quaker Oats, and I would presume the same for Cross Carry. Simple 1 stop for these guys. No, softs.
Kerry's gone to the softs.
I think that might be a mistake, you know, because those will not last. Not even... No, not even fresh softs would last to the end. Quaker Oats has come out just ahead of Scotsman. That was very vital.
Yep, Snow Cellar 2 stop for Cross Kerry.
No, what I'm saying is,
stint on the softs and
I'm
then
saying
straight
is
onto
why-
the mediums again.
I'm saying is why go 2 sets of softs is my fault. Could have just matched Quaker or even gone to mediums. Because, yeah, he's going to have to pit again. He'll lose time with that as well. Oh, this is the quietest it's been in a while. So, highest that have stopped is Wobbles, but he will need to pit again. So Quaker is still in the net lead as Maniac and Wagsy both pit. Just keep an eye on them, but Carlin Koala is putting Blazer under pressure. Maniac onto softs as well.
Yeah, Quaker is out in second out of them pit stops and quite a distance as well in front of Cross Kerry and
Cross
Maniac.
Carry has jumped Maniac. Cross Carry has jumped Maniac on his softs. So this is very interesting, Top Notch. So it looks like both Toro Rossos are going for the ultra aggressive strategy. Double softs to the end.
Yeah, looks that way. Maniac's on the back of his teammate.
Now surely, Cross Carry, he knows the situation, surely he'll move aside. Right? Yep. Well on Cross Carry.
team play there from Cross Kerry.
Right. There's all yellow flags in sector 2. Braver had enough somewhere.
Primus with a 3 second.
That's something anyway. Yeah, so this is very interesting from both Toro Rossos. Top notch, because they're going to have to really haul in Quaker Oats on those hards. As a Scotsman's come in.
On the back of closing into the back of wobbles already. It's only 2.5 seconds. It's closing all the time. And,
so they basically have to go flat out. Yeah, they've got to go flat out on these softs, and then the second pair. More yellow flags going on. There's a Ferrari off. There's a Ferrari off. Wobbles. Wobbles is off, and he's waiting for the rest as Carlin's out, but Carlin's in the pits. So, unfortunate for Carlin and for Wobbles there, but Wobbles has been off. Return for as Koala. Oh, Blazer!
Blazer's lost it.
How's he lost it there?
Very hard.
Oh, virtual, hello.
Not sure
he is on the balanced setup, remember? Or the 6-6 wings and everything, so he may have struggled with that, but Blazer is out regardless. We're down to 15. A virtual doesn't... That doesn't really help these two Toro Rossos, does it?
No, I wouldn't say it would.
Yeah. Right, so the only way I feel Maniac can win this race is if he catches up to Quaker, overtakes him, and then pulls out, like, what? 8 seconds, I'd say? Because when he pits, he will have to overtake him again.
Yeah, the only one I see that's really helping is Primus. Keep them mediums fresh for him. He's looking in a good position at the moment.
Yeah, Primus is going to the end, isn't he? Or at least attempting. Because they will go another 11... Yeah, they'll be fine to the end, so Primus is looking good. Right ahead of Wagsy. Got Vinny and Porter on the back of Koala as well. Koala is trying to get to the end on hards. Apparently Primus starting on medium tyres. As Rogue is gone. That's turn 3 and 4. This grid has been whittled down top notch. We're down to 14. Rogue safety car. Oh, okay. Now what?
That does throw a spanner in the works. Especially for these guys because Maniac and Cross Kerry are really close to each other.
Todd with a drive through. Speeding on the safety car. So that's safety car number 3. And 2 virtual. Well, we're at the total, by the way. Because we've had no more virtuals, no more safety cars. So, what do you do now? If you're both Toro Rossos, what do you do now?
Yep, Cross Kerry's backing off.
I think they're in a very difficult position.
They try to.
What tyres do you go on?
Verstappen in the chats, but in.
Everyone should bit, really. Yeah.
They're all going to be. Cross Kerry should do. He's left quite a.
And no one's staying out. Might have had a few jumps in the pits though. Maniac, no. Quaker holds onto the lead ahead of Maniac. Primus jumps Cross Kerry into third.
Cross Kerry got held up a little bit.
And he goes on the softs.
10 laps on the softs, that's perfect. I think that's a good call from Primus.
Yep.
He's going to be
Scotsman stayed out. Scotsman stayed out, and he was good to stay out because he'd only just pitted, so he's moved up to 4th. Yeah, he was the only one that stayed out, but he'd only just pitted. Jesus Christ, F4, stop it. Please. Oh, well. Right, so we're all reset now. It's mediums versus softs. Highest on softs is Primus right now, in third.
Wagsy and Cross Kerry are the ones that lost out in that last few laps.
It's been mental. Absolutely mental.
Should we have a look at
Precious loss,
penalties, or
apparently
is
can
it
go
a bit
easy
early?
10 laps.
10 laps, 10 seconds for wobbles.
He's had quite a few as well. This race. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous right now. Shall we check pens? Yeah, Quexos just put in the chat. I think that this might be a good time to check pens. We might not get another opportunity.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, thank you.
So, Quaker Oats, 1 warning at the moment.
Yeah.
Maniac, clean as a whistle. Primus, 3 seconds. That's all I say. I presume that is a penalty.
Yep.
Scotsman with a penalty.
Just 1 3 second, yeah?
Yep, 1 3 second, no warnings. Cross Kerry has 1
Okay.
warning.
Okay, Wagsy.
1 penalty.
Oh dear. Koala.
Koala
Big
has
size and
quite a few
softs.
penalties.
Oh
3
dear,
penalties.
how many?
3 penalties for
3.
Koala.
Oh, that could be him out of it. Vinny.
Vinny has 1 warning.
Oh, Vinny's had a rough race. Yeah, so he could be good in this. Porter doesn't normally have any.
But I believe that has been served on lap 7.
What lap was that?
That was lap 7, so I think that's served.
Yep, already served. On one of the safety cars.
1 penalty and 2 warnings for Porter then.
Okay.
Wobbles
has quite a bit, doesn't he?
And a 10-second.
Yeah, so that's him out. Junior.
Junior has 3 penalties.
Ooh.
And 5 second on lap 2, but I believe that's been served.
Mm-hmm.
Braver has 1 penalty. Rhythmic has 1 penalty, 1 warning, and 2 5-second penalties, which was lap 4 and 6. So I think that's been served.
They'd be served separately, yeah. Connor Todd.
Connor Todd has 1 penalty.
Okay. Right, so in that case then, Primus basically has to be aggressive if he stands any chance of winning, and he hasn't won a race this season. Kind of hard to believe, really, because he was right in the top end of the championship last season, right in the championship battle, yet to win this race this season, and if he's going to do so tonight as Junior gets another 5 seconds, the Racing Points have not had the luck this race. They've both been right on the worst end of the incidents. But Primus, the only way he can win is he's got to overtake these two and push. He's got to get at least 3 seconds. But obviously these two, Maniac and Quaker, are right in the championship fight. For Quaker, he has to stay ahead of Maniac, and Maniac's got to be very careful of that Red Bull. Stopping and slowing. Can control the pace, but this is a very slow pace from Quaker Oats. He's not leaving anything on the table. He wants to catch him off guard. We're all bunching up. Quaker Oats waiting, and away we go. So no more virtuals, no more safety cars. We're through to the end. 8 laps to go. Away we go once again.
Great start from Wagsy there, but just didn't really have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Primus got caught a little bit napping, and he's got another penalty.
Scotsman's gone really wide through 2 and 3.
Oof. Yeah, he's lost a few positions. He's going to try and recover. No, holds back, so he's dropped behind Koala.
Ooh, Koala on the back of Wagsy. Very close to losing a bit of his wing there.
Koala's second highest in softs. And yeah, he's got a great one on Wagsy. He's got great front nose speed on that Alpha. Flies past. And gets up into 5th. So Koala on the move. As Scotsman and Vinny. Side by side, Porter's in there as well. Keeping an eye on the front three. Oh, bit of a lag jump. Porter trying to look on the inside. Vinny cuts him off.
Whoa,
oh, there's a laggy
wobbles.
Ferrari. I need to get back to the front actually, because the front three.
Very close between
Primus.
these front three guys.
Yep. Remember, this is very key for the championship. If Maniac can get past Quaker, pretty much, he will have, if he doesn't win it tonight, he will pretty much need minimum points in Singapore next week. So Quaker has to stay ahead of Maniac, sets the fastest lap. Primus beats it, obviously on his softs. And they've pulled a little bit on Cross Carry. Cross Carry is about a second behind.
Yeah, ideally Primus want to get these moves done and be the pace setter on them softs. Use them while you can.
It's a 17 point gap. 17-point gap Rapids that Maniac has in favour of Quaker. He's got the DRS. Quaker moving across. He's already made his defensive move. So he cannot move again, but Maniac's nowhere near for the overtake. And he's going to have a second bite of the cherry on the DRS. Gets a good exit out the chicane, but I don't think he's got the low arrow enough for Quaker. Quaker's actually pulling away from Maniac, because actually they're both in non-ERS. They're saving.
Yeah, don't think DRS is enabled yet, mate. From the looks of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got to go third lap, isn't it? My bad. As Vinny, Porter, and Junior. Another little train here behind Wobbles. Actually, no, it's the Porter train by the looks of it. Got Porter, Vinny. Vinny's got damage once again on his front right. Junior in the thick of it. Braver Container. Charismic's not that far behind as well. It's all for the lower points. Back up to the front we go.
DRS enabled.
Cross Carry is caught back up this top three now. Yeah, Primus is not really reeling in these top two on these softs, to be honest.
No, gotta say the best days of them softs are behind them.
Really struggling. Maniac still within DRS, is right up the gearbox. Great choice. And to be honest, this is actually perfect. This is exactly what we want. We want the top two fight from the championship. And look, he's gaining on this front straight. He's not going to go for a move now. Wait for the second DRS. Can he get a good exit? Quaker bounces over the curbs. That's not going to help him. Maniac, he's fended off Primus. Primus has dropped back from the cross carrier, but here comes Maniac. Quaker defending right up on the inside. So Maniac's trying to go the long way around the outside. Maniac's got to be careful, and Quaker fends him off as Cross Carry has got past Primus.
Yeah, what a move from Cross Carry. Slung it around the outside, had the inside for the next chicane.
This is the thing for Maniac.
Got his teammate behind him, backing him up.
Yeah. But they've got to be careful on Koala. Koala is absolutely flying on those softs. You've got Wagsy there still in the background. This is all very tense around him. The thing Maniac mustn't do top notch is go for a risky move on Quaker.
No.
He's got to be precise. Because the worst thing you can do now is
Junior on
have
the
a
back
spin,
of Brandon
flip
Vinny.
round.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but he's really, really close. Going into one.
Yeah, I've got to keep on the front, so keep an eye on it. Ooh! Koala. On a tough fastest lap. Not been the race for Conrad at all. Really unfortunate for him in the racing point. All in this DRS train. Quaker again, this time Maniac bounces over the curves, does not get the good exit, so Quaker fends him off this time for now. Here comes the DRS, and they're both in zero ERS, so again, Maniac's just saving. He's not going for the ultimate attack yet. It's behind Cross Carry, he's trying to get the gap on Primus as Koala still here as well. Ooh. Half a second between the top two. Cross Carry fending off Primus. Koala I feel like Koala is quick off the free maybe. So if he can maybe get past Primus, he can start attacking Cross Carry, and then who knows. Big slide from Mercedes. Koala's got to run. It's going to be very risky. Speak about driver of the day soon.
Yep, 4 laps left. 5 laps left.
Right, Maniac again. Maniac did not get a good exit. He's in overtake. Quake on overtake as well. They're both around about the same ERS. Can moves back across. This is the first bite of DRS. This gets Maniac closer and closer. That gearbox, can he bounce over the curb? Again, you've got to get that good exit on the second chicane, but he's going to get the front line speed. Now the second DRS, going to try to go around the outside, not close enough. Again, he doesn't have to go for this move. It would help. I mean, if Quaker wins, it would cut the gap, but it would still leave Maniac in a good position going into Singapore, really. He's got to be careful about this move. How much does he want it? Both equal on penalties as well, so neither of them have one. Primus is struggling because he's got passed by Koala. He's now under pressure from Wagsy.
Yeah, them soft tyres are starting to go off, them soft runners. All about trying to keep them in temperature and clean as possible.
Tiny bit of a slide for Quaker Race for turn 2 and 3. It's under big pressure. Maniac getting very close.
Yeah, Maniac's had a lot better exit.
3 laps to go. Again, Quaker Race sensing is Maniac going to be close enough. He's close enough for a move on this first DRS. Is he going to send it for a lunge? Is he going to full send? No. Backs out of it, thinking he can get a better exit. Can he get the good exit this time? He can. Maximum ERS into hot lap. Going to be good once again. Quaker defending with overtake. Let's see if he can go for it. Oh. Again, I feel if there wasn't a championship on the line top notch, I feel like he would have really sent it.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well. He don't want to risk it.
And he doesn't need to.
Wait, go into a little bit of a mistake.
And he does have Cross Carry behind him. It's like a reassurance, I guess. Cross Carry is being pressured by Koala behind. Koala wants a podium. Oh, look at this. 3 battles. All on that same straight. Maniac on the back of Quaker. Koala on the back of Cross Carry. Wagsy right up the back of Primus. Primus's tyres look like they're finished. Oh, catches it on the curb a little bit. Oh, as Koala a little bit wide. Yeah, Koala's struggling as well. Yeah, 17 in favour of Maniac Rapids. So gap would go down to 9 points if Quaker can hold off Maniac. But there's a big if on that. As again, if only Maniac can get that good exit, it would have a run on him like he's had before. As Koala, oh, contact the wall. There wasn't enough room, and Koala's been hit. It's got damage. And Wagsy has just got past Primus, but I think Primus is getting back past.
Yep, side by side into this bit. Primus pulled out of that.
Oh, it would be 10. Would be 10 Rapids. Sorry, my maths are terrible. Would be 10 points. Oh, what a shame for Koala. Big shame for Koala. He's now got huge damage in that front wing. Is that Porter there? Yeah, Porter's up in 7th. Having a good time as Charismic's out. There won't be a safety car, but he's dropped it in the last sector somewhere. As Wagsy has just got past Koala. Koala's well off. well off. Got no grip.
Oh, Scotsman's lost it.
Scotsman's off. No front wing for Scotsman. Oh dear, there's crippled cars everywhere. And he's got a puncher, I think. No, that's just the tyre vibrating for some reason. We're back up to the front. Quaker has fended off Maniac. He's got a bit of a gap. Porter's up to 5th. Look at Prime. Must be something wrong with Primus' tyres. There might be a used setup. Could be thinking.
He's coming back at Porter.
He's really all. Alright. So Porter's up to 5th, and I believe he's clean, isn't he? In terms of pens.
Yeah, I believe he is. Have a quick little look. Start thinking about driver of the day, mate.
Yep. Oh, that's Koala with that damage. Koala's really struggling, so Primus's tyres are gone. Koala's got damage. As we're now
has one penalty and
onto
two
the last lap.
warnings.
Oh, he does have a pen. I'll leave it up to you to decide the 3. What do you think?
Well, I think a hard one. To be fair, there's quite a few guys that have had good race in the mayhem that has been the F4 race around Abu Dhabi. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put Quaker Oats keeping his head up the front and Maniac. Them two guys who had a great race. And then maybe Wagsy, he had a great race, starting 15th.
Waters had a great recovery as well, because he was last in that first lap, wasn't he? He got caught up in the first corner.
Yeah, 4 I'd really say, but that's hard to put between them.
Shall we say Quaker, Porter and Wagsy? Those 3?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Right, there we go in the chat. There's your 3. Wagsy, Porter and Quaker. You have until podium interview to decide on driver of the day, but very much Quaker Oats. He's got a few more corners to go until he can finish off. And I believe my maths are correct. Red Bull are going to win the Constructors as long as they all finish in 4. But in terms of the Drivers' Championship, this is all that Quaker needed to do. He needed to win this race, really, and he has done. Crosses the line and takes the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Maniac 2nd, Cross Kerry 3rd, double podium for Toro Rosso. Wagsy 4th, Porter goes to 5th, Primus 6th, Koala with that huge damage 7th, Wobbles I think will drop. Junior retired on the last lap. So Vinny crosses the line and goes to 8th. Braver to 9th. So Wobbles goes to 10th.
Yeah, I believe Junior had a bit of contact towards the end there.
Oh, what a race. There's going to be a bit of an aftermath for that, I think. Which
I feel sorry for the
we're going to have to clear up, but... Jeez, but that was a drama. Goodness. 6 safety cars in 2 races, top notch, if you add those to Brazil.
Yep, scroll down
Jesus.
please, Brundle.
Yes, will do. Thank you for reminding me. What a race though. Well done F4. I don't know if you meant to keep me on edge all the time, but definitely did that. It's a Honda Red Bull top 4 element, because you've got to include Wagsy in 4th place, who had a great result for him in 4th, but run us through that top for the results there, top notch.
So, in first position, Red Bull for the win, and the Quake Groats. And second position, Toro Rosso of Maniac. Third position, Cross Carrier, the other Toro Rosso. And then the other Red Bull, 4th position, Wagsy. 5th position, Porter in the Renault. 6th position, Primus Gaiman in the Merc. Koala 7th in the Alfa Romeo. 8th, Brandon Vinny in the Williams. 9th, Brave Catania in the other Merc. And 10th, Wobbles in the Ferrari.
Thank you very much. Let me...
Do we have a driver of the day
yet? Porter. Almost unanimous from the chat. I believe I have gone off the chat, so actually you still on it?
Oh, I can get the chat back up though.
From what I last seen, I'm just going onto the constructor standing so I can officially call this. Okay, so constructor points. Oh, here we go. Okay, so 3. Six. $75. Yep, I can confirm it with that result. Obviously, stewards, etc. But provisionally, Red Bull are your F4 Constructors Champions with that result. So congratulations to them. You have Wagsy on your friends list. I know Quaker Oats doesn't have a mic, but at least have a word with Wagsy if possible.
Wagsy in.
Make sure you include your audio, guys, if you haven't already.
Yeah. Yep. And it was Porter, driver of the day.
Yep, so if you can have a Porter in as well. Please. Jesus Christ. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that race was. Too much. Too much. See whether Porter joins us, but if you include your audio, Wagsy, is I don't know whether you know why I've invited you, but all will be revealed soon. So thank you. There's Porter as well, so fantastic. Let's start with if I'll start with driver of the day, and then we'll go from there, top notch.
Yep.
Okay. Porter, if you can include your audio, please. You've been voted for driver of the day by the chat, and very well deserved considering you must have been thinking all sorts after that first corner, getting caught up with McLaren by the looks of it. But you recovered very nicely. It looked from our end a crazy race. Quite unusual for F4 because it's not normally much in terms of contact. The safety cars are normally done for individual errors, but crazy race. How did that feel through there? But you recovered very, very nicely, so must be very happy with that in the end.
Yeah, definitely. The outcome is good. The way to that finish line was a bit of a hassle. After that first turn, I really didn't expect to get that high up again. But as you said, it was a crazy race. A lot of people crashing, a lot of safety cars, and that certainly helped me. And especially, I think on my last pit stop, when just hit the virtual safety car as I entered the pit, that helped me a bit as well. Was it the second to last safety car? I'm not sure. There were so many. But definitely happy with the result.
Yeah, 3 safety cars and 2 virtual safety cars. So we hit the total of ones you can get in a 50% race officially. So, but yeah, that's must have been. When did you think? At what safety car did you think I'm in a decent position here? Because obviously the last safety car, everyone pretty much reset on the soft tires. Did you think, maybe I can still get a good result out of this?
Actually, I have to thank my engineers for that, because I was a bit hesitant to go to the soft at that point, as my mediums were on like 22% or something. I was thinking there's like 12 laps, 11 or 12 laps left. But they convinced me to go on the softs, and yeah, from there on it looked pretty good. Car felt good on the softs, and yeah, from there I thought I had a chance to go up in the rankings, and yeah, engineers were thinking maybe I could even get to 4th, but apparently it didn't work out. But I'm happy with 5th, scoring points for the team, and yeah, that's the main point.
Yeah, obviously had a very. Would you say you were disappointed with Q3, especially when Q1 and 2 you were? Oh no, because you got knocked out in
it was
Q2, didn't you?
Q2, yeah. Yeah, I was very disappointed with that one. Yeah, made a few little mistakes. Maybe waited a bit too long to go out for the second run, and then made a mistake in sector 3 that cost me like 1.5 or 2 tenths. Don't know if that would have saved me into Q3.
It would have done, because it was like a tenth or even half a tenth would have meant you would have been into Q3. It was that close.
Yeah, see, so I'm really disappointed now. Yeah, but like in the end, 11th place isn't too bad of a start. You get fresh tires. Obviously, the restart avoided that a bit. Yeah, but it's not a bad position to start in. So.
Yeah, but the end result, however rough it was and crazy it was, still 5th place, 10 points for yourself. Kind of keeps you in the battle to. Actually, you'll be level on points with Junior, and 5 behind Daniel in that little tussle there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th place. So yeah, that's all to play for in terms for your end in Singapore. With
yeah,
review 3. So yeah, so
yeah,
very
I'm
good in the end.
hoping for an interesting race in Singapore. Actually, my main goal for this season is just to finish ahead of Junior. So gotta fight a bit for that.
You're equal points now, so. Well, we got Singapore as our last race, so if that race is anything to go by, goodness me. Like,
yeah, you never know about Singapore.
Yeah, but congrats on your result and driver of the day, as I thought by the chat.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'll let you do both Toro Rosso's top notch, and then I'll speak to Wagsy.
So yeah, cross Kerry, mate, and 3rd position, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, 3rd.
Yeah, and good qualifying from yourself. And Toro Rosso up there looking with some good pace throughout qualifying, you two. And yeah, good result on the podium at 4. You must be happy with that. Let us know how you feel about your race, mate.
I mean, didn't start off the best. Turn 2, I think it was, first lap. Sorry, turn 3. Was caught on the outside and think it was Alpha. Just carrying a bit too much speed and just came across. I just lost the car on the curb. So that kind of put me down. Thankfully, the safety cars, I think it was lap 3, I think, kind of saved me, put me back in a few positions. And then I think it was lap 6 or 7. There was a lot of carnage in the midfield. And luckily enough, I was just able to keep the car, just miss everything, and that put me up in the position. Strategy kind of worked out well. The last safety car, I think, messed up the strategy that I think me and Maniac were looking for. But I mean, still P3, gotta take it.
Yeah, good work, mate. And we see you. I think we see you let Maniac through. It's a bit of teamwork there, considering he's fighting for the title.
Yeah, he's fighting for the title. There's no point getting in his way. You know, we're both on the same strategy at that stage. Just let him try to catch Quaker. If he could get through the traffic, and then hopefully he would have gave Quaker a good battle, which I think he did, just from looking at my angle. But yeah, it's mainly a team thing. Just let him go. It's his title to go for. There's no point holding him up. I think I've already done that in Mexico. I got a bit of a telling off, so it's time to repay it back.
That's some good teamwork, and I know it'd be normally the last one, but how do you feel about going into the next one? What is it again, Brundle? I can't even remember, mate. Singapore. How do you feel about that one? Carnage ensues.
Well, I mean, when you look at this race, just a bit tighter around Singapore. I'd like to think there would be a bit of carnage. Well, for me, I'm just trying to keep it out of the wall. Just try to keep the car clean. It's kind of worked for me tonight. Hopefully it works again in Singapore. There's a bit more carnage. And just miss it all, hopefully. And hopefully bring back another podium.
Oh, mate. Good to hear from you, and good to see you on the podium. And moving on to your teammate, Maniac. Doing what you needed to do really today, mate, in qualifying. After a few little struggling laps, with some invalid laps and that, but you pulled it together in the end. And then, yeah, carried it through into the race and battled for that lead. Let us know how your race went, mate.
Yeah, I mean, qualifying was Q1 was awful. I mean, as you said, I just kept invalidating lap after lap, so it took me a while to get into it, but gradually I got the pace down, so I managed to get the lap in. And then, when it came down to the race, it was just, at first I wasn't really too bothered about overtaking the guys in the first couple of laps. I just kind of wanted to let them fight it out and pick opportunities that came forward to allow me to move forward. And thankfully, just holding back and staying behind them, like, they just ended up taking each other out, which just opened up. I mean, I had to have some like maneuvers on me to dodge all the cars flying across the track, but thankfully we managed to get through it without any damage. And then the safety cars brought Cross Kerry straight back into the mix, so it was looking quite good for us moving forward into the race. And then going on to the second to last safety car, we got basically like a little bit of information saying that the soft tyres could easily do like 7 laps on one set and another 7 laps on a new set as we had a restart, so it kind of gave us new fresh sets of softs, so we knew we'd be able to kind of pull out a gap, and we were doing so. I was catching Quaker like 3 seconds a lap, and I think it would have worked, but the last safety car kind of threw the whole 1-2 dream out the window, unfortunately. So we just had to pit again for mediums, which smartly Quaker did as well, because I think it might have been a mistake on his part going on the hards, as I'm sure they are very slow around this track. So at that point, it was just a battle from there to the end against me and Quaker, but I didn't want to risk too much. I didn't want to risk
I knew it.
burying my card, because I knew that I could, it puts me in a better position for Singapore. So I don't want to risk losing the car and then getting no points and then actually having to battle hard Quaker in Singapore. So it's more like a smart game, like trying to just be cautious.
That's a good call from yourself, mate. And we see another good call from your teammate in the pit stop under the safety car. He just dropped back a bit Did you say to him just drop back a bit and
That
be
was our
alright?
lovely engineer Camo giving Cross Carry some little information just to hold back and allow us to
Camo's
kind of.
not Toro Rosso.
Yeah, but
What's all that about?
yeah, but Camo's a free man now. He's a champion. He can go with anyone.
He's a merchant enough. No,
He's a wanted
mercenary.
engineer.
Mercenary.
So yeah, he gave a little bit of information, just said hold back a little bit, allow the double stack, which we managed to pull off, and then yeah, we were just trying to charge. We were trying to not only try and keep my championship dreams going with trying to win it tonight, but we were also trying to keep Toro Rosso in the constructors. But unfortunately, obviously Wagsy finished fourth, so it kind of blew it out of the water for us. But overall, though, really enjoyable race. I enjoyed it, and I look forward to the showdown at Singapore next week.
Yeah, we do as well, mate. Anything to add, Brundle?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you weren't going to go full send on Quaker, right? So you had a couple goes, but I knew it.
Yeah.
I said in the stream, you didn't want to risk contact or spin or anything else like that. You knew that you knew your situation. It's very, very clever. But the gap, if my maths are correct, obviously they were depending, of course, but I don't think either you or Quaker had anything wrong in that race. I could be wrong, but 10 points is the gap in your favour.
Oh boy, 10 singular
Yeah.
points. So
10
that
singular
would mean,
points.
Let's just say, for instance, Quaker. So if Quaker finishes
Quaker
first,
needs-
if
Quaker
Needs to
needs
be
at
above
least fifth.
fourth. Yeah, fifth.
Fourth or higher, he needs at least.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're ahead of him, then
That's it.
then you've won. So,
ideally, I just have
But-
to finish ahead of Quaker.
but as we've mentioned countless times, if that race in Abu Dhabi is anything to go by, we got Singapore as our finale, which is probably
Yeah.
it's not as bad as Monaco, but it could be just as worse. Could be raining as well.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Hopefully, I'm going to be pouring a lot of practice into that final race, so I'm going to make sure I'm ready for it.
Hit me up.
I want to bring that championship home to Toro Rosso. So
For me personally, I am glad it has got down to Singapore. We still don't know.
anyone's championship.
I'm still-
well, mine not Quaker's,
Yes.
but
But congrats on your second place. Very, very controlled, very clever result that you got. Obviously, you had the advantage going into it, so you could have very easily gone center and go for the win and get it done today. But you decided to hold back, so very good.
thank you. I appreciate it. Thought I'd get, there's no point in us just watching F4 for no reason next week. You might as well have something to go for.
Well, there was still, even if you had done it tonight, there was still other stuff I could have hyped about. So no worries. But yeah, well done.
No, I
Well done.
appreciate it.
But-
Thank you, guys.
We now need to head to Wagsy because, as we've already mentioned, Red Bull have officially won the F4 Constructors Championship, and obviously I'd love to have Quaker here as well, and Cuddy, I guess, as well, because he was partly halfway with F4, but he got promoted. But obviously, Wagsy, you've been part of Red Bull for the last several races, I guess, with this, and obviously you had a very, very solid result for yourself, P4. I think your best result since I've been into Red Bull, etc. So, yeah, so great timing because it sealed the constructors' win for yourself. So I'll be very happy with that. And yeah, you and Quaker has done a very solid job holding off the rest of the pack.
That's it. I just didn't want to mess anything up. Last thing I knew, the championship was between Red Bull and Toro Rosso, and yeah, I just didn't want to. Obviously, I've got to try my hardest because I didn't want to let Craig down at all. So yeah, everything worked out in this race as well. The safety cars worked out for me. Obviously, people crashing out. A bit of luck, but pace was good as well. So that all worked out.
Yeah, definitely all worked out. Obviously, I guess your thoughts now is to try and help Quaker win the drivers in Singapore. I'm guessing you'll be doing, obviously, maybe a little bit of tow down the straights potentially.
Yeah,
I'm
obviously,
guessing probably Koskari. I'm guessing probably Koskari will be doing the same for his teammate. So we got to start stirring the cauldron now.
So it's got to
Stone
help
the
him out as
rivalry.
much as I can. Yeah, just try help
Yeah,
him
but-
like, in qualify, send him a message and that. Just obviously I'm not fighting for any championship or anything, nothing like that. I'm not in a real good position or anything. Cause obviously, when I joined, I was messing up and I was getting DNFs and stuff. But yeah, I want to like speak to him, try and give him a tow in qualifying to get him up there and do everything I can to help him win.
Yeah, that's well done. Your best, as I said, best result since you've joined. Again, perfect timing. So, congrats on that, and congrats on your constructors' win. That will forever be etched in the RSF1 trophy room. So,
Thank you.
well done on that.
Thank you.
Right, any final words, Top Notch, before I end? It's been a rough, very rough night. Any more words on that? At least at the end of the day, we've got technically what me and you both wanted. We have a championship showdown, the last race of season 2. It's all decided, and the race we got to go to is Singapore. So, how do you feel for that?
Yeah, just congratulations to the Red Bull guys from me. Not easy to win a title, but yeah, good work. And yeah, excited that there's one left to watch, and it's not over.
Yep, not over at all. And obviously, as I said, this time next week will be the very last race of season 2, so we can all hopefully kick or finish things off on a high. We have our championship showdown, Maniac versus Quaker. Who is going to win? Tune in next week to find out the thrilling conclusion to, well, for me and probably Top Notch agrees, a great story of F4. Let's see how it ends next week. As for the rest of this week, we still have a few Abu Dhabi races to do. Tomorrow is the F1 finale, the F1 division. Drivers' Championship has been wrapped up, but we have the classic Mercedes versus Ferrari showdown in the Constructors to very much look forward to tomorrow. Myself and Kachal will take you through the action of that 8 o'clock tomorrow, so make sure you join us for that, for the finale of F1. And then after that is the F5 finale, where we have a championship to decide. In that, of course, I believe it's Kazi versus Igor and Timonike, I believe, still involved. But yes, see the conclusion of that on Wednesday. And then finally F3 on Thursday. Camo's already been crowned champion in F3, as we know, but there are still plenty of stories to be done in F3, so make sure you join us for that on Thursday, where I believe Junior and Crontaster will be taking us through the action on that one. And that will wrap up the week, and then we just have 2 more races to go. Sunday, Austria, and then Singapore, obviously on the Monday. So make sure you join us for all that. But from myself, RSF from Brundle, Top Notch, pleasure as always, once again.
Yep. Bye all. Yeah. Pleasure, Brundle, mate.
And your top 3 today, Koskari in the Toro Rosso, third, second RSF from Maniac in the second Toro Rosso, Quaker Oats in the Red Bull with the first place. Driver of the day was Porter. Red Bull are your constructors champions, but the drivers still carries on. See you next week. Take care and good night.